Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Kiana. I'm back for another video. So I just want to have a quick chat about a TikToker that's kind of making the rounds right now, and a lot of people are saying that he should be banned from social media. And his name is Big Groove. I'll show a couple of the videos, but basically his whole niche is that he's a very muscular black man, beautiful physique. He goes into an establishment. He makes a big deal out of it. He gets a big plate of food, and don't mean he gets a plate like with a lot of food on it. I mean he gets an actual large plate of food, slams it down, eats kind of messily, then dances or screams something loud, grinning from ear to ear. It's just a lot. And a lot of brands have him come in and do this. He's very popular on TikTok. But what's happening is a lot of people, when he does these videos, are unsuspecting guests at these locations. Because some of the time, what I'm noticing is that the brand actually either lets customers know this is going to happen, or they just clear the venue out of customers. There's been other locations where customers have been completely freaked out, like, what is happening? I just came here to get a meal. Why? What are we recording? Why is he doing this? This is just really, really odd. A lot of people, like I said, are wanting him to be banned, and are trying to get more establishments to stop having him come into their locations to record content because it's just ridiculous. And other people are saying that he could be on the spectrum. I've seen multiple videos that he could be on the spectrum. It's just kind of all over the place with people's idea of it. So I kind of wanted to have a conversation with people on my channel to see what your thoughts about it. And I'm going to give you my thoughts about it. Not so much from is this okay scenario, because he's a grown man. He can do what he wants to do. TikTok is it ain't for everybody. But there is stuff for one person on there. I mean, that's just how TikTok works. We have the moms who think they're better than everybody else because they're a stay-at-home mom. And then we have the working moms who think they're better. Then we have the food critics who are competing about who has a better review. And then we have fashion girls and Christy, the girl who just got a divorce from Desmond, who's throwing her stuff all around in her large fancy home. It's the wide spectrum on TikTok. So yeah, a lot of people don't like it, but some people do. So, and he can do what he wants. That this is his brand. This is fine. But there's a couple of aspects I do think we should have a conversation about. Yes, it's entertaining for some, but as a black man, as a black person, does he really need to be doing this? And does it make black men look bad? I mean, we can have that comparison to Stepin Fetchit, whose real name is Lincoln Perry, who kind of had that persona of the lazy black man in movies in the early 19, no, excuse me, late 1800s, early 1920s. Beyond that, of course, I'm sorry, I'm not getting the dates right. I'm going through his biography right now, who can kind of compare that step and fetch it, where you're just making black people look kind of like a cartoonish caricature of what they actually are. We can have that conversation. I'm definitely interested to see in the comments what people think about that. The other conversation is, how does this actually help brands? And that's my marketing side of my brain that kicks on to know, are these brands actually seeing an increase in visitors and revenues from paying him to come in and eat their food? And there are a lot of people, a lot of brands, local brands who have him come in. So is it really worth it for them? He comes in and does this. He gets a ton of views and followers and on all that kind of stuff on his end. But what do you get? The other thing I want to talk about is he actually getting real views and real comments on his ads? So let's look at a couple of his videos and let's just have the conversation about him and his content. So here's his video, and all of his videos are basically the same. So here's one right here.
Oh, oh my God! Look at all this chicken! A mountain of chicken! You know what time it is! I got my big fork handy. Shark bite! Oh, oh my.
Okay, that's actually worse than I thought. I'm a little taken aback by the video. It does look like the people in the restaurant knew what was going on because no one had a reaction to this. But his whole shark bite, it's good, was very. I'm sorry. I gotta give it a little bit of the step and fetch it thing, because it looks like some chicken eating cartoon from back in the day. You know, I'm not feeling this. I don't like how it comes off. Again, he's free to do what he wants, but this just comes off very odd to me. Let's watch another video. This one has got 42 million. So the staff is in on this one, but it doesn't look so much as the guests are in on this. They're just looking at it as entertainment. But again, the big giant smile, the way he's eating, the dancing, it's a little bit of a minstrel show. And I could go through more videos, but it's all basically the same concept. He gets a huge amount of food, he eats it, he likes it, he dances, he smiles as big as he can. And I hate to he kind of looks like the old character of a Sambo. And I know that's not his intention. I know that's not what he's trying to do. It might not be what he's trying to do, but that's how it comes across. So I get why some people, some black people, is like, why are you acting like this? Especially in the age of, TikTok food critics where he doesn't have to do this. There are a ton of TikTok food critics who just taste the food and they have their different gimmicks with it. Like, I think the other guy's name is Chime Time. He has his. Here's his channel. His channel, he eats food, and he is not nice with his reviews. He is cruel with his reviews if he does not like it. He will tell you your food is nasty or disgusting. That's his whole thing. But he, again, simple, not crazy. Easy peasy. Everybody knows about Keith Lee, and how his food critic reviews have kind of launched him into the stratosphere of stardomhood. There's other creators that I enjoy. There's a couple who does theirs in the car. They're a little hood, but little hood ain't never hurt nobody. And she's in the car with him, and they taste food and they enjoy food together. There's nothing wrong with that. So him doing this whole dancing, smiling from ear to ear, as big as he can, eating the food sloppily, acting like he doesn't know how to walk with the tray. It just makes him look bad, and it kind of makes, again, we're talking about the caricature of a black person. I'm not a fan. I had not seen that whole video like that. That's why I looked a little taken aback, because my first time seeing the whole thing. The other conversation that can be had is this really worth it for the brand? So what I did is I looked at the brand, and then I went ahead and popped over to the brand's page to see if they're getting a ton of comments. The video he just posted that we just came from was posted in the last 24 hours. So I wanted to come over here to see if their latest post had gotten any engagement, to ask basic questions like, where are you located? The food looks good. Can't wait to come in, something like that. And you're not seeing that engagement on these pages. You're also There also is no real way to measure that if somebody saw the video and then decided to come in. These locations are small local brands, and you have to guarantee that the people who you want to come in, who maybe live in the area or have the money to come into your location, are going to be for fans of this type of influencer, because he works with a lot of local brands. I have not seen on his page any national brands. I could be missing it. Please drop them in the comment if I'm missing it. It all seems to be local or new franchises. Let's see, is this one a new franchise? Golden Chicken. Let's see if Golden Chicken. Golden Chicken looks like it has franchises in different locations. So that makes sense for them, because you can go to any of the Golden Chicken. That's a brand lift that's national, not just you're hoping it's going to work for a local for somewhere local. Let's see if there's anyone else that looks like a franchise. I know Assad's Hot Chicken is a franchise, but I know it probably only has two or three locations. Sorry, I'm going in my franchising brain. Anyway, what's the brand lift for them? For them spending the kind of money on a Big Groove to come. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, that after going through his content in his videos, I kind of noticed something really interesting that I wanted to know if anybody else saw. So he has 394,000 views, but then I looked over at his comments, and some of them
I've
are
had
real.
enough chicken.
Some of them are bots.
You know what
These
time
are
it
these are
is.
bot comments.
I got my
These
big
aren't
foot
real
in.
comments. So are these
Somebody.
I have to stop this. Are all his followers real or are these fake followers and views and comments because those were bots? I can go to another video. I'm gonna have to mute it though. I'm a student. Burger, $20,000. 300, whatever number that is, 68,000. It's good. Minions 1,000. The shark bite one, maybe real, 100,000. Spanish, 6,000. I think you not sport me. Like some of this looks like paid engagement that he's purchased, and maybe brands aren't noticing it because they just want to have him come in because they see that he has all of these comments and all of these views, but they're not actually looking at what the actual engagement says. Like these look fake to me. Doesn't, I mean, so it's just a lot of posturing that we see on social media right now. And again, he can do what he wants. It's not what my video is about, that he should stop doing this. I just want to have a conversation about, is this necessary to do to, be famous on TikTok? Is this really helping brands? Especially if you're presenting them with fake information. And again, let's go back to the comments on Mr. Chime Time because he has kind of this equivalent career. Not that, Big Groove has as a bigger following, but they do the same thing. And if we look at this
I got
video,
this
3.3
chicken in Fort
million,
Lauderdale, Florida, but I'm not trying it alone. I
but
have
look
to
at these
get this.
comments. 1,331 comments and they're all real. Well, that has Safari in it. So let me pick one that doesn't have Safari in it. Um, this one is 140,000
I'll
views,
throw this. I'll throw this curry. I'll throw it into the wall right now if you don't tell me you.
and all these are
Day
real comments.
36 of cooking every recipe and.
And he has other videos that he's done where he's trying to cook every recipe, and Gordon Ramsay's one. Gordon Ramsay's cook, but here's another one. He went to Gravity Pizza CLT,
Order for daddy.
164
Three
comments. All
pizzas
of these
and
are real.
watermelon.
So that's my commentary. And the reason why I'm not giving you a ton of like my thoughts is because I really want to hear what other people think about this. Because like I said, some people are saying he's autistic, some people are saying it's bad for the community. I personally think it comes off a little minstrel show. I do. So sorry. I want to know if how people think about, would you do this for your brand if you were a restaurant? Would you have him come and do the whole thing to have people come in? And is it fair that he's getting these brand deals to have him come in and do this based off of fake data? So listen, drop in the comments, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.